Little black girl helps Millionaire fix his Mustang. When he sees the ring on her finger, his life turns upside down. The merciless late afternoon sun made the asphalt of the rural road steam as Maya Johnson walked home from school. The 10-year-old girl slowed her pace when she saw the shiny red Shelby GT500 Mustang parked on the shoulder, its hood up like a wide-open mouth. A white man in a suit that surely cost more than all the furniture in her house paced circles beside the car, yelling into his phone, "I don't care how much you charge for the tow. I've been stuck on this deserted road for 2 hours. I have a meeting with the governor in..." The man checked his solid gold watch. "Less than 3 hours, for God's sake." Maya considered for a moment whether she should go on her way. Her Aunt Renee always told her not to talk to strangers, especially those who seemed so obviously out of place in their humble rural area, a predominantly black community 2 hours from Boston. But something about the man's desperate frustration made her stop. Maya adjusted the weight of her worn backpack, where she carried her books, and more importantly, the small toolkit her Uncle Leon had given her. A mechanic, he insisted everyone should know at least the basics about engines. "Excuse me, sir," Maya called, approaching cautiously. "Need some help with your car?" Andrew Whitaker, CEO of Whitaker Enterprises and owner of half of Boston's commercial real estate, turned in surprise. The irritation on his face quickly turned to condescension when he saw the small figure with colorful braids, faded shorts, and an MIT t-shirt that was clearly too big for her. "That's very kind of you, sweetheart. But this is a high-performance vehicle. I need a real mechanic." Maya shrugged, stepping closer to peer under the hood. "My uncle has a garage and's been teaching me about cars since I learned to walk. I can at least take a look." Before Andrew could protest, she'd already dropped her backpack and was leaning over the engine with surprising confidence. "When did the problem start?" she asked, all professionalism. Andrew sighed, realizing he didn't have much to lose. "The engine started overheating about 40 minutes ago, then just died. Did you smell anything sweet? Like syrup?" Andrew blinked, surprised. "Yes, now that you mention it. How did you know?" "Cooling system." Maya pointed to a small puddle under the car Andrew hadn't noticed. "It's leaking coolant. That's why it overheated." As she spoke, Andrew watched the girl with growing curiosity. There was something strangely familiar about her. The way she furrowed her brow slightly in concentration, how her intelligent eyes scanned the engine methodically. "What's your name?" he asked suddenly. Maya Johnson." She held out, her hand stained with grease from the inspection. He shook it hesitantly. "Andrew Whitaker." "Nice to meet you, Mr. Whitaker. I think I can fix this temporarily." Maya opened her backpack and pulled out a small metal case. "Uncle Leon makes me carry an emergency kit. You never know when someone might need help on the road." Andrew watched, fascinated, as the girl worked with impressive efficiency, locating the leak in the radiator hose and applying a special tape. "That should hold until you get to town," she explained. "But you'll need to add water to replace the lost coolant." It was when Maya raised her hand to brush her hair away from her face that Andrew saw it. A ring with an emerald green stone set in antique gold, held on her finger with thread wrapped around the base to keep it from slipping off her small finger. Andrew's world seemed to stop. The sun glinted off the stone, reflecting an internal pattern he would recognize anywhere, a small crescent-shaped imperfection. A ring he'd given 12 years ago to a little girl named Maya at an orphanage called Little Angels, days before it was mysteriously closed. "That ring," Andrew began, his voice suddenly trembling. "It's very unusual." Maya looked down at her hand. "It was my mother's, my adoptive mother, Diana. She died last year." A shadow of sadness crossed her face. She said it was a symbol of an important promise. "May I ask where Diana got this ring?" Maya shrugged. She never told me exactly, just said it belonged to someone special and that one day I'd understand its meaning. Andrew tried to pull himself together, offering to drive Maya home as a thank you. She hesitated only briefly before accepting. During the 15-minute drive, Andrew asked seemingly casual questions about her life, where she went to school, how long she'd lived there, who she'd lived with since her adoptive mother died. "I live with my Aunt Renee and Uncle Leon," Maya explained. "They took me in when Diana died." "Have you always lived here?" Andrew asked, trying to keep his voice casual as he gripped the steering wheel tightly. "Since I was 3, before that." Maya hesitated. Diana didn't talk about it much. "I know I was adopted from an orphanage called Little Angels. It closed soon after." Andrew almost lost control of the car. "Little Angels? Are you sure?" "Yes. Why? Do you know it?" Andrew took a deep breath. "I did, a long time ago." As they approached a modest but well-kept house, Andrew stopped the car. Maya thanked him and said goodbye. But before she could get out, he handed her a card. "Maya, if you ever need anything at all, please call me." The girl accepted the card with a curious look and got out of the car. Andrew watched as she ran toward the house, the ring sparkling in the sun. His hands trembled as he picked up the phone to call his private investigator. What Maya couldn't know, as she waved one last time to the stranger in his expensive car, was that this chance encounter had just set in motion events that would reveal secrets kept for more than a decade. Secrets that connected a billion-dollar empire, a mysteriously closed orphanage, and a black girl with an extraordinary ability to fix broken things. If this story of unlikely coincidences and hidden connections has piqued your curiosity, be sure to sign up to find out how a simple ring would become the key to unlocking a web of power, prejudice, and a truth that would change lives forever.